don't even bother.
Oh, hey.
Hey, so listen, before we start, I feel like it's only fair to share that I am not my normal self today because I did not have the time to make my little mocha pot of espresso and make my fancy Americano, and I had to settle for Keurig coffee.
Gross.
Yeah. And we know all about Keurig. Mm-hmm. I mean, especially based on what Theo says. Just,
Hot brown water.
yeah, not the same. So I just feel like I'm not up to speed. And that's fine. I'll get there eventually. But hi, how are you?
Up and not crying, as they say.
Good. Well, that's good. I thought of you last night because I made soup.
Oh, I love soup.
I know. And it was so delicious, and I'll have it for a few days. But man, I just can't stand cooking in my house with the smells that linger because then I woke up this morning and all I smelled was soup.
What kind of soup?
So it was like a chicken vegetable soup. Okay. A really dear client of mine had made me a similar one last year when I was very sick. And it was so good that I looked for a recipe. And so there's lemon in it. It's so good, real comprehensive. I didn't even put any like pastina in it. I just left it chicken and vegetables to keep it the low carb life that I usually like. But it was just so good because it's stocked with just stuff.
Good.
And stock, but it's stacked also. So there's that, but lots of chicken and lots of veggies, so really good.
Okay, so if Katusha has any verbal typos today, we're going to blame it on Keurig.
Yes. Don't sue us, but it's legit.
It's all the microplastics.
Yes. Oh, man, I don't want to think about it, but I guess in a pinch, it's the way to do it.
Sure.
Or tea, which is my other favorite, a good Irish breakfast tea.
Okay.
It's pretty good, but today, no, I just had that, and it just didn't give me the joy. Keurig coffee doesn't give me joy. It's kind of like when you have to drink coffee through a paper straw in California, and I use straws for everything, even my hot coffee.
I will slash somebody's tires over a paper straw.
It is so bad. So there's that, and it's a legit thing. But something that got on my nerves so much and then got me thinking down this rabbit hole that we always like to go on, or bird walks, as we now have adopted from Mike. I'm wondering if it's society or social media or this new era that nobody is real anymore with one another. There's an authenticity aspect that's completely gone.
Yeah.
What are you seeing with that? With how we address one another? Not we, because we're standard dude.
Oh, yeah. I used to work for this marketing agency, and it was all remote. And most of the people that were working there were from all different countries, but mostly South America. And they'd pop up on Slack, and they'd say, "Hi, Megan, how are you today?" I didn't realize that that was just their way of saying hi. But it was this, you had to have this whole conversation. And I'm sure that my grandparents are all rolling in their graves because I'm so impolite. But I don't want to just what do you want? I don't need a whole, "Hi, how are you? How was your weekend? Are you feeling good?" What do you fucking want? Get straight to the point. And people do that to me at work all the time. Now, walk in. First of all, my door is open. If my door is not open, go ahead and knock. But if my door is open, why are you knocking? Just walk in and say, "Hey, did you do this, this, or this? Hey, can you do me a favor and make me a graphic for this real fast? Hey, can you just," that's all I want. I have a very busy life. I'm not at work for very many hours in the day because I work remote a lot. I don't have time to have some fake ass pleasantry conversation. Just get straight to the point.
If people treated work life and had that natural balance of when you go to the grocery store and the cashier says, "How are you today? How's your day?" Do you actually tell your cashier?
"Well, I've been really having a rough time." No.
Because the cashier doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
The only people, "Did you find everything you need today?" "Love it. Thank you so much." But that goes back to when we talked about Dutch Bros and they want to get into your whole, "What are your plans today? And what is this?" And it's like, I want my coffee and I just make it done. I just want to pay for my groceries. Nobody actually cares. But it's this thing that we've all just become so accustomed to with, "Hey, how are you doing today?" "I'm great. How are you?" "Good." And then you continue on with your normal motions. But a lot of people really think that everybody cares. And I care to an extent about the people that I'm legitimately asking, but that's also a very different conversation. It's not something surface in the grocery store if I found the milk in the correct spot. It's just different conversations for different people and situations.
I'm still trying to think of a good, really awkward comeback to Dutch Bros. Like, well, later I'm going to go to the hardware store and buy a rope and a shovel. Something to just throw the whole thing, throw a wrench in it.
And see.
Because I just think that would be funny.
See if they come undone completely.
Yeah. But then I don't even mind customer service voice. Oh, how's it going? Great. Get to the point. But it's this long drawn out, how was your weekend? Anytime I go to work on a Monday morning, it's a wasted day. And I love, some of my coworkers are dear friends and I love them very much. I don't remember what I ate for breakfast 2 hours ago, let alone what I did yesterday. Do you think I was skydiving? I wasn't doing anything cool.
Oh, you weren't?
I was yelling at people to clean their rooms and do their homework. It's just the whole first half of Monday turns into the recap of the weekend and I don't get anything done.
Yeah, that drives me batty. Also, maybe they just don't have enough going on, whoever's asking, or maybe it's because they want, sometimes there are the people who want to share.
Who ask you so that
you ask them in return. But when you don't
Joke's
ask
on you,
them
I'm a terrible question asker.
When you don't ask in return, it's kind of like you're just not, if you're genuinely not interested, and that's what I think this whole stems to with this whole authenticity thing. If I'm genuinely not interested in something or it has no bearing in this moment of my life ever, or someone that's dear to me or something that actually is going to be relevant, it's just noise. There has to be a point where we can all agree that not everything is a valid or maybe a valuable conversation to each of us, because we all have 75,001 things going on in our life. And those people do as well, but there are the people who need to hear themselves speak, kind of like asking you to get something done, but making it a whole story. Mm-hmm. What is it that you need? It's just people like having this drawn out thing because they think that they're living in Europe and that time doesn't matter. But here, time matters. We're all accustomed to that. And we just need to get stuff done and not bullshit around it. Just legitimately ask me, tell me, get the message across. What do I have to do? I like the points. I'm a list person. So if I have to get things done during the day, you've seen my notebooks, list, cross it off, move it to the next day if it doesn't get crossed off. Everything has to be organized because there's never enough time, like Jesse Spano says. So that's the world we're living in. But I think a lot of people just really and they probably just lack that somehow connection on their own end. But especially if it's someone that you're just very surface with, a coworker, and you have no actual relationship with them, you shouldn't be the person they're asking anyway. Seek a therapist. Consult help.
And I'm going to say for the record, with me, if we're friends, if you have my phone number, but there are definitely coworkers who have my phone number that I'm not friends with. But like, if you have my phone number, do we send each other things on Instagram? If we're friends and something cool happens that you want to tell me about, shoot me a text. Don't save it for Monday. Just let me know. That's all. I'm the worst about asking questions because for me, it feels very inauthentic when you go, well, how was your weekend? I'm like, oh, not bad. How was your weekend? I don't, there's something about it and I can't explain it. It's not logical. I just don't like to ask the same question back to you. And I know that that's probably super impolite, super rude, whatever. It's my probably broken brain. But it's the same thing if you go, you look really pretty today. Well, shit. So do you. I would like to give you an original compliment.
Right.
So I just have a hard time with that repeater thing.
Because it's almost it's expected now.
Yeah.
That you ask that. I have had to learn to say thank you if someone compliments me and I look and I'm kind of, I like your earrings. I've learned to just, if someone says, oh, I really like your jewelry or I really like this. Oh, thank you so much. The end, cut it. And it takes a lot for people like us because we do talk among ourselves. We talk with our loved ones. We talk. We're not non-talkers, clearly. But it takes a lot to just bite your tongue and not feel like you have to say anything because so many times we feel that expectation that we need to say something. And that's not true to me because I don't want to have to give you a bullshit compliment.
Yeah.
just because you gave me one. I'm not seeking for it. If I give,
Same.
if I see people, I genuinely compliment them. If I find something amazing, I've been known to go up to women, especially when I was competing, women with rockin' legs, and I will run up to them and be like, you have bitchin' legs. And I'll tell the husband, your wife, you could tell this is a ton of work. Genuinely, no one, I'm not expecting anything in return. I just feel as women, sometimes we need to lift each other up. But the other thing I hate on the how was your weekend thing is, what are you doing this weekend? Any big plans this weekend? And I had a whole thing about this a couple years ago where I just thought, none of your effing business. Also, no. Most likely not. If I'm not working and I'm not doing my own things, it's not going to be exciting. Therefore, it's not worth sharing with you. But it's become that routine, especially in the work environment. Now it's enjoy the weekend, enjoy your time off, enjoy your couple of days, whatever, if I have to say anything at all.
Oh, I Irish goodbye everybody at work every single day. I just turn that light off and walk out
And you
the
walk
door.
out.
I do say goodbye to my work mom because I love her very much.
Yeah.
And if I see somebody, I'll be like, peace out. But I'm not going to go around. I don't walk in and go, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I cannot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's if I see you, if you walk by me, but I'm not going to walk to everyone's office.
I'll just nod at you. Mm-hmm. I don't.
There's just no need. The other thing that really gets to me with this whole fake pleasantries and all of that, let's call it socially surface BS. It's the way people are addressing one another, women in particular. Hey, babe. Oh my gosh. Babe, babe,
Ew.
babe, babe, babe this and babe that. And I'm just looking at this, and not young girls that are doing this. I'm talking about women our age. So this is the cusp of the Gen Xer to the elderly, okay? Those people in their 30s, people who love calling each other babe and wife, women to women wife.
That's weird.
Call them dude like a normal person.
Yeah. I
Like,
call
just-
everybody dude.
I call her own dude. I love
My
it.
mom hates it. I think she's accustomed to it at this point, but because I've been calling her dude for 40 years.
Perfect.
but-
Because I was going to say, I think I've gotten my mom sometimes will be like, dude, no. And I'm like, wait, hold on. It sounds weird coming from you. But I accept it. It's fine. It's the babe. It's the overly gratuitous.
like saccharine.
To
I-
women.
I will say, I can appreciate like a diner waitress calling me hun or something like that. That doesn't bother me. But yeah, the sugary babe, that's gross.
Woman to woman.
Oh, if
Great
somebody
job,
called
babe.
me, if some chick called me babe, I'd just turn around and walk away.
Yeah.
I know you're not talking to me. Or I would make a joke like, well done, pig, from the movie
That'll
Babe.
do, pig.
There you go.
That'll do. Which is a great movie. But I'm hearing it more and more. And then the wife and
That's
all of these
weird.
things. No, there's so many levels of it that I just think on a respect thing. But that also then jumps into the world of boss babes.
Oh, gross. Ugh, that's so overdone. I don't even have words for it. I am at a loss for an adjective.
You see a lot of boss babe stuff in MLMs. We were talking about
yeah.
MLMs earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Especially women only things where they love just saying, I'm a stay-at-home mom.
I retired my husband.
I got this car. I'm such a boss babe.
It's so gross.
Girl
it's
boss.
so gross. Oh, girl boss. No, it's so gross.
Is there a way that we can just all agree to accept that women can be successful and not have to put a title on it because they're a woman? Can't they just be a successful human? We'll call men successful, so a woman can also be successful.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that she's a girl boss or a boss babe. And I mean, whatever. I know that people really like this. People ride or die for
If you
this.
love that, then good for you. Go
We're
off,
just
girl.
gagging.
I don't care, but
We're
don't-
gagging in the background about
I don't
it.
want it. I feel the same way about girl boss and boss babe as I do about people who make a video of themselves crying and then choose to upload that to the internet. I can't. It's so cringy.
Yeah.
I don't like it
No.
because it's not real.
No. There was the whole thing of women, the equality and everything. And I get that. And I'm here for it. I'm here for making what you're worth and all of the things. There was
Sure.
this whole thing. I'm not disrespecting that at all, but I'm just saying, why don't you just aim to be successful? And you're a badass. I'd rather be a BAMF than a girl
Yeah.
boss.
Oh, 100%.
Everybody wants to be a BAMF, men and women alike. For those of you who don't know, that's a badass motherfucker. And everybody wants it.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be a girl boss
No.
or a boss babe
No.
because it's like the Keurig coffee.
It is the Keurig coffee.
It's the Keurig coffee of the success lingo, I would
Yes,
say.
it is. That's a brilliant analogy.
I didn't even plan it. But it happened. So
Yeah.
there it is. Yeah.
Although I would drink a Keurig coffee in a pinch, whereas I want nothing to do with being a girl boss.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's my line.
That's the line. Okay. Same. I also will drink the Keurig, as is what already has occurred today. It's not my favorite.
But girl boss-
I will never, you can never call me girl boss. The same way. And
it does
I
feel like girl boss is full of microplastics.
most likely.
Okay, continue.
The same way I would say people love to rip on toxic masculinity. I feel girl boss, babe, calling one another babe, calling one another wife, calling lover, anything that doesn't.
That reminds me of that SNL skit where they call each other lover all the time.
Oh, the people in the hot tub? Uh-huh. That's a great one. That's a great one. But I feel like that would, now, not to shit on women supporting women. I'm not
because
doing
that's
that.
totally different.
Thank you. Okay. As long as you see it and as long as everyone hears that. I'm not shitting on women supporting women. I love it. I love having that female tribe of strong women, but they don't even call themselves girl bosses. I feel like it's toxic femininity.
Well, so there's a difference because we are friends. We are women. We support each other. I'm not supporting you just because you're a woman.
Right.
I have a very dear friend who runs her own business, and I support her as much as I possibly can, financially, socially. I like everything that she posts. I respond to everything. I buy when I can afford it, all of that. I am not doing that because she's a woman. I'm doing that because she makes a good quality product. And we have become friends through that business relationship. But I never once was like, well, this is a women-owned business, so I better buy from it. That's where the toxic femininity comes in.
Absolutely. Where you put that label on it. No, I'm just saying I have good, strong women that I respect and admire. And they have just been super successful and they're amazing humans. So when you have that support. But I would never call them boss babes.
No. Ugh. Yeah, that's really gross. I think we've talked about it before in the fight for quote unquote equality. Women had to fight to get whatever. Okay. It's 2025. Get a grip. We're pretty well equal. I don't want to be the same. Women and men are different, and they're different for a reason. And I love those differences. But you don't have to shit all over men to make yourself more empowered as a woman. Just like the mean girl shit that we all dealt with in high school, you don't have to shit all over other girls to make yourself cooler or more popular or whatever. You don't have to put other people down to rise yourself. Raise yourself, right? Whatever.
Rise up.
Whatever I'm trying to say.
That.
Apparently, I also need more coffee.
But not Keurig.
But not a Keurig. I think that's where the toxic femininity comes in, is putting men down for being men. That's not going to make you more feminine. You need to find better men. And supporting a woman just because she's a woman is no different than a man supporting somebody just because he's a man. That's gross. Let's go for some merit, some authenticity.
We like merit and authenticity.
Yeah.
I don't know about you in your life. I haven't had many experiences in everything I've done with men shitting on women as much as I've heard women shit on men. Not as much in terms of it's been heavier on the scale of women shitting on men to rise themselves up.
Oh, 100%.
Than men shitting on women to stay there. Now, there are those men, of course. I'm not saying that there's not. I personally haven't had the experience where it's so blatantly, disgustingly obvious that these men are doing everything to shit on these women so they stay lower. But I am seeing it the other way. And that grosses me out as a woman because I'm just, Do your best, be successful, bust your ass, everything you can. If there's a discrepancy along the line where it's clear that maybe you didn't get that job role because you're a woman and he's a man, that's different because then that's very clear. But I personally haven't had the experience hearing men put down women to such an extent. Whereas it's sad when I hear women do it about men because there's just no reason. Don't put other people down. Make a better argument. Show why you're better. Show why you're better. There's no need to shit on one another. We need each other, everybody, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
We need each other, not everything else.
I do feel like if you are applying for a job as a woman, I'm going to throw firefighter out there as an example. If you can meet those physical qualifications, because there are some women who could carry a full-grown dude out of a burning building. Hell yes, you do it. I can't. So I am never going to apply for something that I'm not physically qualified for or qualified for in general, but generally for women, it's physical qualifications. And then be, well, they're sexist, because that's idiotic. The whole military shouldn't be lowering their standards so that women can have the same chances as men in these jobs if it's a physical job. And I feel like the majority of people, if you talk to somebody one-on-one, they're going to agree with that makes logical sense. But a person is smart, people are stupid. The collective hive mind get all their panties in a twist because women can't be Army Rangers. Bitch, do you know what that involves? It's ridiculous. No, thank you. I know I can't physically pass those qualifications. So, no, I'm all set. If you are a woman who can fulfill those qualifications, good for you. Hell yes, go do that. There are also dudes who can't fulfill those qualifications. So I do think that that's another part of toxic femininity that doesn't really get enough attention. And I think that women, I'm trying to find a better way to say women shitting on other women because we've said shitting on a lot, but women shitting on other women and men shitting on women is about the same in my experience. But women putting down men is huge in my lifetime. And all you have to do is look at any sitcom from the late 90s up till now. I don't really watch any sitcoms right now, but there's the sitcom husband, and they're treated as absolute morons and incompetent, and they're just the comic relief, and they don't have any good character development. And I'm thinking of like King of Queens. She was so fucking mean to him in that show and just treated him like an absolute piece of shit. And it felt gross. I don't like that. I don't like that part of this toxic femininity.
Now I'm thinking of Al Bundy on Married with Children, how he just kind of sat there. He was the comedic.
Yeah.
That was it.
Married with Children was classic. I can appreciate Married with Children, but I think anything that came after that time frame, and the sitcom husband is treated as a helpful ape. And
what a description.
And I think that has not been beneficial to the culture either. I don't want it to be, to the moon, Alice. I don't want that. The name of that show has completely left my brain. It's in there somewhere. I'll pull it up later. But
Everybody Loves Raymond was kind of like that, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Everybody Loves Raymond. I that was a great show. It was just funny to me also because of the Italian parents. But the nature that he had, that Ray had, was you had this strong wife who now he'll say something, he'll agree with her. And then the second the mom says, now he's Switzerland neutral, and it makes the wife look bad almost. Mm-hmm. So that was always an interesting dynamic. But I also understand how some Italians can be. So I understand that whole mother character of it with old school Italians, especially Italian Americans. But that also will flip me into any grown-ass man who's letting his mom dictate anything and putting it ahead of his partner, right?
Yeah. Have you seen that trend online where they're going around like man on the street style and asking, order the priority, your mom, your wife, your daughter?
Oh, no.
And there are a lot of dudes, and I'm sure it's clever editing. I don't know what the actual statistics are, but a lot of dudes are like, my wife could leave me and my daughter will grow up one day and get married, so my mom is first. Or my daughter is first, and then my mom, and then my wife. Or it's just a super interesting thought experiment.
Wow.
Of what your priorities should be.
Yeah, if you're married, your mother should not be your priority.
100%.
Okay. I
Yeah.
don't like that at all.
Yeah, so I think that, like I said, I don't want misogyny in the culture, but I don't want misandry either. And people spent so long calling out misogyny. I mean, the movie 9 to 5 was made for a reason. I get that those things happen, but I think the pendulum has swung so far the other way that it's now totally socially acceptable to just be an absolute man hater. And that's not okay either.
No, society runs with both. It is a very interesting time, I'd say, even though it's been going on for quite some time. I'm just seeing it more and more with this ultra fakeness. And that's why I said I don't know if this is something that social media has done to us or celebrities, because everyone loves their celebrity culture because they are so in tune with what's going on in the real world, obviously. But I just, it's too much almost. It's becoming overbearing when you see it, and then the accolades they're giving one another on social media with all of this fake talk that you just think, this is really bizarre. Have you ever met someone or known someone? Have you ever known someone who online on social media, they seem like the coolest person in the world? Oh my gosh, I could get down and party with that person. We'd be the best of friends. And then you meet them in person or you see them in real life and they are a doorknob dud. They have no personality. They're not witty. There's nothing to be said. They're just kind of super vanilla, and not even vanilla bean or French vanilla. Just plain Dreyer's vanilla. No flair. I meet that and I think, how are you so fake on social media? And then you get out in the real world where you live your life and you're completely different. Or then there's the opposite. Then you have the people who are ultra fake in person too, and they put on this whole thing. You just think, no.
Well, and I know people that I love tremendously. And if you were to go just based on their social media, you'd think, how in the hell are you even friends with this person? Because whatever they post on social media is completely opposite to everything that I think or believe in or whatever. And it's because they have pumped up this persona that's not, it might be a tiny piece of who they are, but it's not really who they are in real life. In real life, they're logical and caring and able to listen to someone else's opinion. But online, they just seem like an absolute douche.
Interesting.
And I watch their social media and go, I am surprised by this because this is not who you are in real life. And then you hang out with them again and you're like, oh, thank God. This is not really who you are in real life. But watching their social media can be difficult.
Interesting. That probably also correlates, though, when we were talking about the behavior that people have on social media, how everyone's just a little more emboldened. I think not everybody has received the memo that what you say and do on social media will be seen by others. It can be found. Also, the internet is forever.
Yeah.
So a lot of people maybe haven't gotten that. So they feel a little more empowered to be able to say something, not understanding that it's going to make them look like a total douche.
It just feels like they're pandering to like a base of people. Like, this is who gives me the most clicks. So I'm going to just ratchet that right up. And it's just, ew, buddy.
That's gross.
When I post things on my social media, it's because I thought it was funny. That is it. And there are a lot of things that I hold back.
We have to.
And I don't know if it's because I'm old and tired or what, but I don't have the energy for that. I cannot. Or maybe it's because I spent my formative years in the wild, wild west of the internet, making up whole personalities online and trying to keep up with that and do all of that. Because I had a very sad childhood, you guys. So yes, I fully did that, but I just don't have the energy for that anymore. I don't have the bandwidth for it.
I think the reason we're also such good friends is because it's completely raw.
Yeah.
From the moment we met, there was never any bullshitting. I think that I am incapable, mentally, physically, emotionally, of bullshitting too hard. I could be polite in situations. I always am. I'm not a bitch. I'm a kind or a nice person. I'm a very nice person. But I'm also genuinely kind. But if there is no relationship or there's no reason to extend anything because we're not connected, I'm not going to fake it. I'm not going to fake being nice. I'm going to be polite and surface nice. but I'm not going to get into the deep discussions with you. I'm going to have the grocery store talk with you. How are you? Have a nice day. That's it. I say have a nice day to everybody. It's fine. Also, have the day you have is another one. When people are, don't tell me what to do. Fine, have the day you have.
That's my favorite.
Have the day you have.
Yeah.
May God bless you with the day you deserve. But I just feel I'm incapable of bullshitting, and I don't know how these people do it. It has to be exhausting.
I think it probably is. And I feel like probably in my younger days, I probably did my fair share of bullshitting, if I'm being really honest with myself. But that was more of a defense mechanism than anything, because there were definitely people who fully knew me. But on the flip side of that, I think that there are some people who aren't always fully themselves as a defense mechanism. And I've definitely been accused of that. And when I'm in a new job or a new social situation, I'm usually fairly quiet because I'm reading the room. And I've been accused of having that be inauthentic. But it's not that I'm being someone else. I'm just kind of putting the governor on my full personality until I know that I can, which I go back and forth about, because on the one hand, you should just be whoever the fuck you are so that the people who like it will find you. You'll find your people and you will get rid of the people who are not for you. That's a lot easier said than done. And so I think that there are a lot of people who know of me or semi-know me, but they don't know me because I reserve that pretty efficiently until I feel like it's safe to do so, just because of all the absolute nonsense that I've been through in my life. So that's a weird line to walk.
But that's understandable. Anyone normal who actually cares will understand that, because we all have dealt with whatever we've dealt with in the past. Some people have had it way harder than others. So when you just give them the grace, I do think, though, again, with this expectation that's been just bestowed upon us, like the unwanted gift, that you have to be outgoing and talk to everybody and give a shit about every single thing and get to know every single person. Your people will come to you. There is a beauty in being authentically you. I remember being told when I got into business here that maybe I should watch. So everything you post online is forever, right? Mm-hmm. Do I post anything online that I'm ashamed, embarrassed, or would deny? Nope. I went through a really big political posting phase. Did I delete that? Nope. My thing is, if you research me and then you talk to me in person, you are going to get the exact same person. I will not falter with anything. It's what you see is what you get. I just feel like life is too short, that why do we have to pretend to be anything else for the sake of maybe business or for the sake of optics? I love optics. I'm not posting hateful things. That's not me. I never would. But I'm also not going to shield and prevent myself from posting anything that I feel, hey, I have a right to talk about this too. We've talked about this. There's no way you're going to look at me online and think she's full of shit. Yeah. I'm not. You might meet me in person and be like, wow, you're maybe a little crazier than we thought in a really good, healthy way. But sure. Wow, you're more, wow, that's it. Okay, tone it, whatever it is. But I'm just saying, the same way I love that people can just be authentically them. Whether you're a little bit of a dud, that's fine. If you're a dud in person, that's fine. But then don't be someone else on social media and expect me to be able to correlate, because then my brain, like yours, will break and I'll be in a completely different world of understanding, because now I'm confused. Who are you? What is this? Just be real. You don't have to talk to everybody. You will not be friends with everyone in life. And newsflash, not everyone is going to like you. And that's fine. Not everyone has to like us. As long as you have your people that know you and love you, it's a beautiful life collaboration of friendship when you have those people who understand and don't feel like they have to be fake.
Yeah.
It gives me the itchies.
I saw a great quote the other day that said something like, people hated Jesus, so why do you think everybody's going to like you? I was like, oh, shit. Yeah, dude.
That's a really good point.
Blew my mind. As a recovering people pleaser. Oh, man, you're right.
Recovering from people pleasing is a hard thing. It's a process and a long ass journey for sure. I was the yes person. I would say yes to everything. And then when it became evident that I couldn't be doing that because I would literally sacrifice my own health for certain things, I started saying no. And you would be amazed at all the people that I had said yes to every time before. All of a sudden, they didn't understand that she's doing this for her health. She has to put her first, right? Your own priority. They thought I was a bitch. They thought I was selfish. And the truth is, there's nothing wrong with being a little selfish when it comes to your mental, physical, and emotional health. You have to be. If you're not in tune, if your body and your mind isn't in tune and in check, then you're no good for everybody. You can say yes all you want. That was a lesson I had to learn a very hard way.
Well, and that's the age-old analogy of put your mask on first before you help anybody else. And that's for recovering people pleasers. Being called selfish is one of the, I do not want to use the word triggering, but it is one of the worst things. I have spent years of my life trying to actively avoid being called selfish. It will cut me from certain people if they call me selfish, especially if I am busting my ass and burning myself out and then I still get called selfish. That's like devastating. I am still working on that. And so to be able to pause and step back and say, no, I need to take this time for myself is so difficult. And then on the flip side of that, if I take a mental health day from work or whatever, which again, it sounds like triggering and safe space and all those dumb words, but it's a real thing when you're super burnt out and you just have to take a day. You don't have any deliverables due that day. It's not, the whole organization's not going to collapse if I take a sick day for my own self. But then the amount, I swear every time I do that, I get more emails and more texts. Can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? I can't find this. I don't know how to do this. Bro, I will be there tomorrow. I had somebody, a very treasured person in my life, tell me once, and this was probably close to 15 years ago, 12 to 15 years ago. And I think about it all the time. If it's urgent, it's not important. And if it's important, it's not urgent.
That's good.
I think about it all the time. And so I try to make that the goal. Obviously, if you're bleeding from a sucking chest wound, it's important and urgent. But generally speaking, I think that's a pretty solid piece of advice.
That's a good piece of advice. Also, a sick day is a sick day. You shouldn't be bothered at all.
Oh, I don't check my email when I'm on a sick day. I see them roll in. I'm like, I'll talk to you later.
When I'm not on a sick day.
Yeah.
But it's just even that audacity of still, and putting things in the subject, I'm sure, of need now, ASAP, blah, blah, blah.
Or flag it as important. I don't even know how to do that. I have one coworker who sends every email as flagged as important. I will shout out to one of my work besties who will send me an email with the subject being, don't read this till you get back from vacation or whatever, because she has squirrel brain just as much as the rest of us. And so if she doesn't write it down right now, she's going to forget to tell me. And I love that. I appreciate that. I have no problems with that. That's the beauty of a text message over a call, right? This is not urgent. Just, I need to remember to tell you. So that I love.
Did I tell you recently that I learned how to schedule send emails?
Oh, I love that.
I recently learned it because what happens to me is I get a ton of emails on the weekend, and I do work on the weekends. But a lot of times the people that I need to respond to aren't working on the weekends. So I saw on, Gmail operated, I see that there's the send and then there's the schedule, little arrow. And I tried it and I sent it, I think it's 7 a.m., scheduled it for 7 a.m. Monday morning. Because then also my verbiage is different, where it's, hey, happy Monday versus I hope you're having a good week. You have to, you have
I hope this email finds you well.
This email is finding me, however it's finding me. Don't tell me how it needs to find me.
My email etiquette is unhinged.
I do love all of the things online, though, that give you different ways of saying things that are never things we can actually use, but things that we really want to use. Those make me happy.
I have never once said, good morning, Katusha. I hope this email finds you well. I'll be like, hey, Katusha, do you know when this event is happening? Thanks, bye. That's it. I cannot.
People translate the fluff that they do in live voice to the fluff that they include in email. I think most likely because they probably feel it comes across more relatable, kind, less needy and adamant about something, when in actuality, 99% of the people reading emails want it like that. Want it, hi, need this, this, this. What's missing? Need that, A, B, C. Boom. And you get it some. thank you. I always end with a thank you.
Yeah.
Let me know if you need anything else.
I'm incapable of small talk, email or otherwise. So I think that's why that's so hard for me. I might be on the spectrum. I don't know. But it's so hard for me. I will, though, use too many exclamation points. I will admit to that. That's my one. I know. I've gotten called out for that.
You've gotten called out?
Yeah.
On email?
Yeah. By a coworker who I've known for years and years, and she has since retired. And I love her very much. She will always hold a special place in my heart. But she has teased me very much about my use of exclamation points. So now every time I text her or send her an email or write her happy birthday, I will use 35 exclamation points.
I was like, just one? There is something with email, though, especially, I guess, depending on who's receiving it. But sometimes if I'm writing someone that I'm super excited something just happened for them with whatever we're working on, right? Then I'll do exclamation points because I'm talking it out as I'm writing it. And then I've started to, because I also like double exclamation points.
Oh, I do too. Love
Like,
it.
Hey.
I love it. I think I'm just unfit for corporate America.
It's very, you need to start putting everything in Chat GPT. Make it more profesh. Polish it up a little more.
Nah. I've gotten this far.
Yeah, I know. You've gotten this far. You're fine. Sometimes I'll have to just take a step back, though, before I click send.
Sure.
And see how many exclamations. And is it really necessary in that context that they're probably going to read it and not me on the phone or on a voice memo doing it? Because then that's why I love voice memos. Otherwise, it's going to be a bunch of exclamation points when I have to say something hilarious.
I do have my one coworker who we share a wall. She's next door to my office, and we'll call each other in at least weekly. Will you read this before I send it? And that's great. Or the time that I had someone that I work, not a coworker, I don't even know how to explain that relationship, but someone that I have to work with.
Colleague.
A colleague in my job who sent an email about me to me. And I sent you a whole voice memo about it. It was like, how do I respond to this?
That was interesting. That was a journey.
Interesting. So I'll ask you, you are my Chat GPT.
Oh, yeah. I will happily be Chat GPT. Yeah. I think it just, everyone just be cool, keep your emails short, and just be who you are. We want to know who people are. Not that we're always going to like it again, but we don't have to everybody like each other.
Yeah.
Not everyone has to like us. It's so simple. There are so many people in the world that you don't need everyone to be your friend. And I think that that's important just to understand on a natural level. But the same way you cannot be overly fake pleasant with people when you're clearly not that person. You can have a conversation. A lot of people don't like confrontation. I don't like confrontation, but I also am not a fan of bullshit. So to me, if something needs to be said, excuse me, a way will be found. A method and a mode will be found. What I don't do typically is I've had people just completely disappear off the face of the earth for no reason at all. But then you find out the reason, but they didn't tell you the reason. And it's just so lame. You think you're a 40-plus-year-old human. How are you even surviving in the world like this? Are we going to call it ghost? I don't even want to call it ghosting. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. It's really lame. It's cowardly.
It's cowardly behavior.
And I don't care if it's in a romantic dating situation, in a friend situation, in a professional situation. It's cowardly. I don't like we've discussed, I don't want to send food back. But if I don't want to hang out with somebody, if they're an energy vampire and I am exhausted after every time I hang out with them again, I'm not going to do that anymore. And I'm not going to I have ghosted some people and I'm sorry for that. But let's all sack up a little bit here and have a hard conversation and say, listen, this isn't going to work out. Whether it's dating or a friend. I've broken up with more friends than I ever broke up with boys. Because it's just not the right thing. Who is to say that you have to be friends with every single person for the whole rest of your life? You can have a friend breakup.
You can have a friend breakup, but there's usually a point.
But you need to
that.
say.
There's context and there's a catalyst.
Yeah.
There's something that happens
Yeah.
when you have a good friend. And I had this happen to me. And I remember being really bummed about it and sharing it with you when it happened last year. And this was a good friend of mine who I worked with also in many different occasions, who just completely stopped responding to my calls when I would call him to say, hey, let's grab coffee. Let's chat about this. I have an upcoming client that might, whatever it was, completely ignored. And then I saw another friend of his who I had known also, and he asked me to coffee, and he explained to me that my original friend had to stop because the wife thought he was in love with me or something, which I'm sorry. That's such bullshit to hear from a third party that you didn't even have the guts to tell me this to my face. I think we've gone through enough. We've shared enough. There was nothing. And it's just, that actually hurt me for a while until I got upset. And then I got pissed because I thought, that's really lame of you. That's super juvenile, very immature. Have fun raising your child with that outlook on life, that's okay to do to people, because that's really fucked up. I didn't do anything to deserve it, and I was the one who then felt like shit. What did I do? I didn't.
Yeah.
You know who you are, and that was lame. But anyway.
Yeah, that's, like I said, let's all just grow a spine and be able to sit down and have the hard conversation, especially if it's something going on in your own internal world, which I have had to do. Listen, I have some shit going on right now, and I can't be friends with you right now. And I lost friends through that, and it sucks. But I went through a lot of really awful shit. And you know what? The true friends are still there today. And I've been able to kind of build some of those friendships back up. And I'm so thankful for those people who understood that I was going through some shit and it didn't have anything to do with them. And I had to press pause. So when I came back, and some of them aren't the same, and they never will be the same, because you press pause for 10 years. And everybody's a different person, but that's okay. And you just forge a relationship with how it is now. I have friends who here I am, I'm back. Thank you for your patience with me. And they are just still my friend. And I'm so thankful for that, because I missed them tremendously. But if I had just ghosted them and been a bitch about it, then that would have been lame and they wouldn't still be my friend today. So it sucks and it's hard, but you have to tell them, give them something, some explanation.
And we've talked about the struggle that I've had this year and how I completely retreat in things. And I've told people who maybe I talked to very regularly, this is nothing against you. It's nothing about you. This is everything about, I'm trying to get shit right with myself and my own life. And some people understand that. Some people will still occasionally check in. And I'm grateful for that and I respect it. It's nothing to do about breaking up with friendships. It's literally just a season. Have you ever heard the Tyler Perry analogy when he talked about the people that come into your life? It was probably when he was like a Medea, one of the Medeas or something.
I'm not very well versed on Tyler Perry.
But then he had another one where he was talking about, so basically it's all about the seasons. People come into your life at different seasons. Mm-hmm. There's the leaves, the branches, the whole trunk.
Oh, sure.
There's all the different things. And I do feel that's important to understand that we go through different seasons in life. When I talked about seasonal depression, it's not per the actual fall, spring season. It's a life season. And that happens to us. We all experience different things and different reasons. And sometimes you come back together if you took a break from someone. Mm-hmm. And sometimes when you do, like you're saying, you're so completely different that it will be different, but you're still grateful to have them in your life. I have friends, and these are my favorite. Some of my favorite friendships are the ones that I can go 8 months to, gosh, I've gone multiple years without talking to people sometime. And when you reconnect, and you're not even reconnect, when you see each other again, because it's not like you took a break, life got in the way and you were just busy, and you have that mutual understanding that life's crazy for both of us right now. This is what we'll talk when we talk. I have friends in Italy, for example, like this, that there was points that I didn't see them for 10 years and I would go back. It's like it was last night. It's just everything is back to normal. And that's such a blessing to have friends like that, because they know who you are, you know who they are, and life has changed, but them at their core and their character, they've been the same person. They've just grown into that same person. So it just works like normal.
Yep.
Which is a really nice thing.
Yeah. I tell my absolute best friend of the world, we've been friends for, I think, very close to 20 years now. It's not even right to call her my best friend anymore. She's basically my sister. I know her whole family. She knows my whole family. We have been there for each other through absolutely everything. There was a time where I don't think we saw each other for 6 years. We talk a lot, There's Instagram, there's texting, all the voice texts, all of that. So we are in contact with each other every day. We have a Snapchat streak that's like 7 years long at this point. But when we did see each other, even after all that time, because she has 3 kids and they're all in all the sports in her life, her schedule makes my brain hurt. And I know my schedule makes people's brain hurt. And so we just hung out. Wasn't any big deal. Like you said, it was just like we had seen each other yesterday. And so those are important because that is a true, authentic, real, true friendship.
That will stand the test of time too.
Oh, absolutely. She is my ride or die forever.
I have a friendship like that. That's been, gosh, we met in college, my junior year. So it's 22 years. And talk to him almost, not every day, but almost every day. Something will go. If it's not us talking, it's an Instagram or something. But we're the ones who once I texted him, hey, lover, and it changed it to liver. And so now we just call each other liver. So that's that. But those are the people that are there for you, that they know everything about you, that you value. You hold them on such high value and high regard because they've been through so many pivotal moments in your life. And that doesn't happen with everyone. My mom had this client that was like a second mom to her after her mom died. And she finally passed when she was about 96. And she always said to her, the good friends in your life, you'll be able to hold them in hand, like on the, fingers, numbers in one hand. And you place them on a shelf in life. And the higher the shelf, the more these are our 20-year friendships. Like you're on a high shelf for me too, by the way. But then as it gets a little more surface or as you don't have those deep connections, because you do have other friends in life.
Sure. It's
just those deep, the ones who will throw themselves under a bus for you. I have friends like that. That's such a gift to me.
Yeah.
It's amazing because that's what family does. And so you create your own family. That's not blood, but it's almost sometimes stronger than family. A lot of people have whatever going on in their family. Not all family is perfect. But when you have these people who now this is the family you choose that you've created and there's no judgment. And I have to say, even with friends that I've gotten into disagreements with, because we're never going to agree on everything, it's never a fight. It's just, I believe this differently than you. You see that it happened this way, whatever. You talk it over and you kind of hash it out, knowing that we're both human and everybody makes mistakes and we don't always agree on the same things, and that's okay.
Yeah. I think it was Ann Landers or Dear Abby, one of them, because I used to read those religiously.
Nice.
It said, friends are the family that you choose. And I have said that about this particular friend, that she knows every single worst thing about me, and she chooses to love me anyway. And that means more to me than anyone who is biologically obligated to me. She chooses to love me, and same for her. We know everything about each other, and it's gold.
It is.
It's the best because I can be my 100% real true self with her, no holds barred, and that's brilliant.
That's such a good feeling when you have that person that you're not wavering on. Can I say, are they going to judge me? Are they going to think less of me if I share this? It's such a relief to have that person because, yes, we've talked about how we like talk therapy. We love it. But also just to have that person that knows you better than a therapist would know you because they have this long history with you, and to not judge and to know how to call you out on your shit when maybe you're not seeing it, but they know you because they've been there through it all, that they understand and they see it, but same way you can do it right back.
Yeah.
So it's this beautiful dance of how you can also support one another in making them stay true to being authentic, because I can say some stuff and I'll get shot back with that sounded like shit. Like you can't say that. That was so that was whatever it is, change it this way. So you have me as your chat GPT and I have someone, and I know you have someone too. So it's nice that we have these multiple human chat GPTs that help us regulate sometimes what we're going through.
She's not my chat GPT. She's my Flava Flav. She'll be like, you are 100% right.
Okay.
That lady's a bitch.
Okay.
You're in the right. Fighter. That's who we are to each other.
Nice.
So it's probably good we don't live in the same state because.
Perfect.
But we used to. And oh, buddy, that was so much fun.
See, that's great. I love that ability. Those friends that know you and love you and trust you, but also to be that friend and to be that human, because that's how you attract good people like you to your life. And if you show that also, that's how you attract or make yourself more attractive, I guess, to other people in that regard, because we all are lacking a little bit of reality and what's real because of what we're seeing and fed all day online and everything. So just be authentic. Be authentically you. There is no other you. Just be you.
Stop using all the filters.
Oh, and the babes and,
Yeah.
and the filler words like that. Just be normal and call each other dude, like the majority of us, because that seems to be the most neutral.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then just do all the things, like and follow and send us messages. And oh, yeah, I do want to know, though, what is a really annoying thing that other people are hearing?
Oh, yeah.
What are you finding in your world that is just, you're seeing it more and more, like the girl boss thing? Some catchphrase. What's
Send
a
us-
catchphrase?
And send us all your pet peeves.
Oh,
Let's do
yeah.
a whole pet peeve episode in
Yeah.
the future. So send us all your pet peeves.
Yes, let's talk about pet peeves for sure.
Because if it's just us sitting around talking about our pet peeves, that's a bitch session. I want to know other people's pet peeves too.
Yes, I want to know if anyone has the same or similar pet peeves as us,
Yeah.
or if we're just weird,
Or both.
or maybe a little bit of that. But yeah, send us your pet peeves. That's step one. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
I think that'll be a good one.
Okay.
So yeah, until next time, everyone.
Have a good day to everyone, except for the people who thought it was a good idea to force download that U2 album onto all of our phones back in the day.
Probably, we think. Gross. That was annoying. Could you even delete it?
They had to come up with a special tool to be able to delete it.
Because at first it just filtered through.
Yeah.
Lame. Okay.
So lame.
Have a good day to the powers, everyone but the powers behind that.
Yes.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.